everybody. I'm back and it's another Monday, a magical Monday. And I wanted to share with you some things that I did on the collage that we worked on last week. I did finish it. I also finished the opposite page. If you missed that video, I'll put a link down below so you can take a look at it. And also, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the new freebies in the resource library of my website, Collage Magic. All you have to do is join the website, and you make up your own password, and you have access to all of the freebies in the resource library. And there will also be other things in the future in that area, but every week I add new images, so make sure you go back and check weekly so you can download the freebies. But for now, I hope everybody's well, and as you can see, I cut my hair. I feel a lot better. I don't know what it is about cutting your hair, but it sure makes a difference in the way you feel. At least it makes a difference in the way I feel. It's a little bit of the magic, I think, in my life. Kind of getting rid of all that heaviness and lightening up a little bit. So I'm going to change the camera to overhead, and we can take a look at the finished collage. I'll fast forward the actual work that I do on the collage, and then after that we'll talk about the different things that I added and why I added them and how I read this collage. You know, we're talking about the magic in collage, and one thing that I know I receive from my collages are messages from my soul or my psyche. And they're messages that help guide me, that help point out things that I may not be aware of, things that are affecting my daily life, and things that I might want to change. So let's take a look at how I finished the collage, and then we'll talk about it a little bit towards the end of the video. I'll be right back. Okay, here are the two finished pages in my art journal. And as you can see, I went in and added a lot more to my main collage. But I decided not to use the ransom note alphabets on this page because I loved the way it looked all together, but I did use it on the opposite page. And the saying that I used, or the quote that I used, was inspired by Clarissa Pinkola Estés from her Women Who Run with the Wolves book, but I changed it a little bit. And it reads, "The way of the heart is the way to creativity." So I look at that as my heart holding all of the emotion, and the emotions that I hold there and feelings stimulate my brain, and all of those things working together lead my hands and my eyes to pull certain images that attract me, that speak to me, and those are the ones I use in my collage. After I had everything glued down, and you saw me glue down almost everything in this collage, the only thing that you didn't see is at the end, I take a look at the collage and I see if any place seems to be empty or is asking for more images or more color. And I had these areas here that were the cream color of the background. So I went in with pan pastels, and this is the pan pastel color that I used, and colored pencils, and colored in these blank areas. Now this area was on the clip piece that I used last week, and it was down here in this corner. So this area with the pink polka dots was already there, And because the colors worked so well with everything, I just carried those pink polka dots everywhere through the blank spaces, and then I used a black pen, thin black line Sharpie pen, to outline, not real carefully, kind of sloppily, these polka dots. But to me, they add a bit of fun and joy to this piece. I also went in and worked on the face. I made the eyes greener and whiter so they stand out, added white flecks to the eyes, and lengthened the eyelashes as well. I also worked on the lips and made them fuller and a little bit more of a pleasing smile, and used a red Posca pen for that. This is a Posca pen. This is the pink that I used for the polka dots. And it did some outlining with the black Sharpie pen. Then, after I got all of my pieces glued down, and I worked on these pieces together, I look and see if there are any places that need something more. And I love to add small detailed items to my collages, and a lot of times they're stamps. And I look through my stamp book and look for images that work with the coloring and sometimes the theme of my collage. And I found these 3 stamps and placed them where I felt they led the eye through the collage. It creates a triangle, and that's a power of 3 that brings you right into the focal point of the collage. But there's so much to see and so much to look at. And I also found this piece of magazine clipping on my floor, and I thought, you know, that would break up this long space here. And love the way the colors work together. And I had these little blue marks up here on this piece, and I continued those in small areas in the collage just to pull it together. Now, to me, this collage represents this wild woman. She's ready to battle. And I know that you might not think that this mixing spoon in her hand means battle, but it mixes things up, it beats things, it incorporates things, it combines things, which is a way that the feminine power works. It combines, it can see things incorporated and sees the big picture as well as the tiny things in life. And that's one thing that sometimes we might forget. And she also holds in her other hand a cello. And to me, a cello can be very moody. The sound from the cello can be very, very moody, or it can be very light when it's plucked or struck quickly. So you have, this to me represents the emotions and the change of emotions. The flowers, the pink and reds of the flowers, to me represent the power of the heart, of love, and in the chakras, the heart is green, and that's why I made her eyes green, and she sees things through that, through the heart, through the love in the heart, through the peace that's in her heart, through the emotion that's in her heart, and responds accordingly. But she doesn't want to respond using old patterns. She wants to respond using a real, true feeling, an emotion that is heartfelt. And also I have my skeleton woman hand up here that is reaching down towards her, inviting her to embrace the cycles of life, and knowing that with each cycle brings more knowing, more understanding. So, and I have Mary over here. Like I said last week, I have Mother Mary throughout my studio, and she and Mary Magdalene to me are the ultimate representations of femininity and power and understanding and teaching and loving and mentoring. So all of this, although it came together with kind of a chaotic group of images, combined into this beautiful, beautiful image that says so much to me. And you know, images in here are images that you use will have meanings that you give to them and tell a story that relates to you. That's one thing I love about art. You know, when you look at a piece of art, you're looking at that art from your perspective and your life and your experience. And really what the artist is portraying is from their perspective. It's what they saw through their eyes from their heart. But you give your own meaning to a piece of art. So let's go over to this page. I know this page isn't totally finished. I'm probably going to go in and add some lines around the ransom note lettering, but I just love the way it turned out. I added this garden down here at the bottom that kind of picks up all the colors throughout both pages. But I'm going to go in and journal around this image. But I just wanted to show you how it turned out and what it means to me. And hopefully you will go ahead and do your own collage and come up with your own story. You know, when I do collage, I draw from my own psyche, my own experience, from images from the collective unconscious, that come from mythology, that come from my own unconscious, my personal unconscious and subconscious. And all of those things work together when I'm creating collage. And for me, that's a very healing way of doing artwork. Okay? So I wanted to show you one last thing. On my website, Collage Magic, and I'll put the link below, I have a resource library, a subscriber library, that all of the images in that library are free for you to download. They are PDFs. They're very, very clear and clean. I had to use PDFs because of the size of the JPEGs were too big, so PDFs work better for me. But here are the images right now available to download. All you have to do is subscribe to the website, and there'll be a form that you'll fill out when you hit sign in. It will go to a form the first time that you fill out in order to have access to the resource library. But there is a page of vintage papers tickets, pharmacy labels, checks, and here is a top off of a cream bottle. Then there's this piece. This is a collage sheet from my own collage journal that I did from between 2016 and 2019. And I've just put some images in here that you can incorporate into your collages. You can see I used this one up here in the corner. And then this one is from a collage kit that I did last year called Transformation. A lot of symbols of transformation that you can download and use in your collages. This one is from a collage kit that I did for Persephone, the goddess Persephone, and images that represent her symbolically. And then the last piece is great for summer, and it is from a mermaid kit that I did. And there are lots of colorful fish, and here's a mermaid tail. You can make the rest of her body using magazine clips. But these are representative of what you'll see, and every week I'll add a new collage sheet for you. So I think that's it for this week, and I hope that you'll visit my website, and if you're new to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the little bell icon in order to receive notifications the next time that I put up a new video. So I wish you many blessings, and remember, the way of the heart is the way to creativity. Many blessings to you. Bye for now.